Last time we showed you Toowoomba. This time it's the railways of Thailand and Laos.
Good morning from Thailand. We're in Bangkok today and I'm extra excited because my mum has come from Australia to join us on a huge adventure starting and you can hear the fat man groaning because this is the mother-in-law edition from Bangkok through Thailand up to Laos, and I'm super excited. We've planned part of it. I really don't know what's happening when we cross the border, and I'm really happy. So, and Charles is suffering. Good times.
Which is one of the reasons she's really happy.
Hello, Charlie.
Hi, we just got off the boat from the hotel and now we're on our way to the railway station. The Kraken and her mother, the desert of the deep, is here. So my life is like, possibly could get worse or better.
Poor possum. We are going to Bang Su station. So that's Bang Su Junction Station and that is Bang Su Grand Station. Bit of a difference. Little tiny station, big station. So this is our seating. Charlie, what do you think?
It's tight. It's not as good as the last train. I don't understand why all these people are standing up.
There's assigned seating, but it's very squishy.
Must be people that can do something. I'm recording this way after the fact, the horror of what occurred. When I travelled to distant lands with both my wife and her mother. Right now I'm cast adrift on a small boat in a large ocean. And it was more scary going on that trip than what I find today. It was decided by not me to embark upon this journey to foreign lands. I didn't think it could be too bad, you know, like I really didn't, because, you know, the Kraken's mum, while taking after the Kraken, or the Kraken's taking after the mum, has mellowed with age. But what I didn't realise was I'd only witnessed her in her natural environment. You know, where she'd mellowed, and she knew everybody, and she basically killed all the major predators. But now we were going to foreign lands, Thailand and Laos, where she could rend people limb from limb, and the nearest person to do that would be the son-in-law that took her darling child away from her.
That memorial is for a woman who stood up in war and was a warrior that led them to victory.
This is a very warlike city, and it's no surprise that it has military bases. Interesting teachings. This is actually made out of corn. So Mum's just spotted this. So this is a part of the old wall, and you can see the foundations are still there as it continues around, but it's been demolished. But this would have been a moated village with this wall all around it. Hello. Hi. Oh, really?
This town is worth visiting. The moated area is so close to the railway station. Everything is walkable, it's beautiful, the food is excellent, and the entire vibe of the place is safe and friendly.
We are at the train station and we are heading up to Nong Khai. Platform number 1. Comes the train!
One of the interesting things was that when we caught the train, and you have to go through immigration to get into Laos. So you get dropped off at the border, and then you have to, and then when you go over the border, you get on a different type of train, which is a lot more older.
So when you arrive, it'll be just after 12 and you should have enough time to get your train ticket first. The ticket at the moment costs about 20 baht and there is formal signage everywhere, so the price can't change. The chap let me know that the 12:35, 12:25, whatever it is, train across the Friendship Bridge to Laos is at the other end of the station, and he said that immigration opens at 2 p.m. So you've got time to go get some snacks. There's the train station, and here's the food. There are normal toilets here, there are showers, and there are also squat toilets. And again, we have a 2-option window where you can pull up the glass, like if it's raining or if it's too sunny. There's the vents, see? And you can pull these down and they've got little latches either side.
I'm with the Kraken and her mother, both denizens of the deep, that are out of their comfort zone because we're inland in Vientiane in Laos. What we're doing here today is we're going to the big shopping centre in town because that's where the Chinese railway tickets can be bought. So part of the Belt and Road project, China's built a railway line through Laos, and theoretically you can buy tickets to go on this. It's supposed to be really nice, but there's not many places to buy it, and the actual railway station is very far out of town. So they've opened an office in the local shopping centre, in the main shopping centre, and theoretically you can buy the tickets there.
That's the ticket office.
Other parts of it. Yeah, there's more. So you see behind me there's a buffet, and we're going to try. There's a huge grocery store. Well, I wouldn't say huge. There's a really cool grocery store attached to this cafe. Frozen goodies. Lots of vegetarian stuff. There's Charlie being the good egg he is, carrying the bags.
Yeah. Yeah. You change this one?
Yeah.
Change to this one? Push. Yes. Basic. No, this one. You don't have this one, you have here? Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Not very
Gentle, Mum.
Sorry for a moment. Yeah. You change this one? No. You change? You move fish?
Up move
Yeah.
feet, yes, thank you.
Wow, your
one?
feet.
Yeah.
And then send it.
Yes. Not here. This one? Yeah.
Oh, it's difficult, Mum.
What's this?
Not too tight.
Not too
Not too
tight.
tight.
Yeah. And this one?
Give me a smile, Mum.
You change this one?
Then change foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
And
one?
then
No. Move this one.
That back. And
Yeah.
then this one through.
We'll come back and get you in
Left
a
and
few
line.
hours.
Left and line.
It's quite dark inside, but it's a beautiful, beautiful structure.
One of the things we went to that we probably wouldn't have gone to without the Kraken's mother there was the Weaving Museum, and it was really interesting, and I thank her for being there because, you know, it made for an interesting trip, you know.
This is indigo. Oh, the smell is incredible.
Yes, rather.
Yeah, a moment you take photo is nice.
Okay. Bubbles.
It's green.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mum.
You put material about 30 minutes or 15 minutes. You take off green color, the air come more blue.
Okay, push PJ into it.
Wow. No.
Cold water หรือ indigo
You see there, they put something through the middle. See the pole goes through here?
Mm.
And that turns the other two. So they've all got it. But I'd just be guessing that I think it's ropes. Not ropes.
So we could take the car through here.
Yeah.
But the light comes through.
Yours looks purple.
I just put the lemon in.
It turned purple.
Yeah. No,
Turn purple. Oh, add the lemon and it turns purple. Giving it a go.
Did you
Ready?
see the little did you get a little flower?
Yeah. Ready? Color change. Just stir. Look at that.
Isn't it magical?
That's very cool.
It's a bit of a drive to get out to the Chinese railway line, but the road is fine.
It is absolutely huge. Check-in was easy, and there is a Cafe Amazon. There's also a little sort of market, like little shop with sneaky snacks, and there's also a shop with sneaky snacks and what looks like souvenirs. And there's the platform out there. There's a waiting area, especially for people going through to China. And there's Mum. Say hi, Mum.
Wasn't it easy to get through the things? They just take your passport, scan it, and we kept our water
Yeah.
and our snacks.
Yeah.
And something to consider if you're getting a rideshare app-based service, that your driver might be charged a small fee if they stay more than 10 minutes. So try to be considerate and get that luggage out of the back as quickly as possible. Contrary to a lot of reviews during the teething period, this was a very friendly, seamless experience with no stress at all.
And they wear cool uniforms.
They do. There's a snazzy purple uniform, which I think might be the senior uniforms, and others. It's very smart, very nice. There's Charlie, and now it's a little bit busier. You can see there's more people around. We're going to be boarding soon. Charles, are you excited? Yeah. He's just spoiled, honestly. This is a very unique experience.
in the side pockets of their backpack on the luggage rack to avoid the dropping and hurting others.
บรรดาทานหญิงและทานชายขอให้บรรดาทานนำกระเป๋าและเครื่องติดตัวของทานไว้ในข้างเก็บเงียบ
Please take out the cups, umbrellas, and other items in the side pockets of the backpack on the luggage rack to avoid the dropping and hurting others. When traveling with the elder and children, and do not let children run on the train. Each coach of the train is equipped with an emergency window breaking hammer, which is only used in emergency. For your safety, please do not touch so as to avoid accidents. Please be careful when using the power socket. Do not use high-power electrical appliances and do not connect the power strip by yourself. Please be careful who charge the device. If there is an abnormal situation, please contact the train staff.
From the fabulous views, we're realizing that the best place to sit is on the left-hand side, facing the direction of travel. So they tell you to go towards the running direction door of your carriage and leave the rear one free for people getting on. So you get off in the direction of travel so that people can get on at the back. We're getting ready. We're stopping at Luang Prabang. This service that we've caught continues all the way to the border with China.
We caught some long distance trains on this trip and they were very interesting, especially the ones that had been built by the Chinese. It was kind of cool that you had to go through security and it was very much like going to the airport to get on these trains.
I could be the one you talk to when you're feeling down. I could be the one you run to when the moon hits the ground.
They will scan your ticket as you leave in the exit lobby. If you've lost your ticket, you have to buy a full new one. So don't lose your ticket or leave it on the train.
'Cause I've traveled so far just to get to where you are. And I know that you're broken, but that makes you who you are. So pick up the pieces and show me you mean it tonight.
It definitely added a spirit of adventure to the trip, having her there, because while she's an old duck, she certainly is more active than us and hasn't sort of like wearied of the travel experience at all. So what happened was we did a lot more walking than you would have thought possible, because, you know, I thought she's old, you know, we're not going to do much. But she was very energetic and she got Penelope out of the room where, you know, it's difficult for me to do that.
Here's a mum. So mum and I are exploring the morning markets here. Charlie has some admin to do, no rest for the wicked. But as you can see, it's quite busy, but this is towards the end of the night, or the morning markets.
Holding your hand, fighting for the things that we want. Be the rock you lean on with you by my side.
อร่อยเมื่อหนังมาเมื่อละอร่อยเมื่อละน้ำเผ็ดมันหนัง
So apparently that ferry costs 5,000 kip per person to cross the river if you have a bicycle. Perhaps it's less if you don't have a bicycle, but it runs every half hour and it looks very interesting.
Your smile keeps playing
Try so much to get back. That's something you thought I had. To drive me crazy, but I still want you here. So just give me the gun, I'll just pretend like that. I don't understand it, but you keep me together when everything around me keeps me under pressure. Yeah, it's so overwhelming, but I will wait forever so you can come and get it. I don't understand it. Like my feelings having no choice, and every time I hear your voice.
This is the locker room where you have to put your bags, and you'll see the price for clothes for rent.
Enough to put you in
A
there.
little smile. Hi Charlie. How's it going?
It's good. Slightly annoying.
Just make me whole. Just make me whole. Just let me
Look at the roof line, isn't it beautiful? And it's built into the rock.
We were at the palace before of the late king, and now we've walked up the top of the hill to watch the sunset. It cost 20,000 doobie daggers to come up here, which is about the cost of a 1 litre bottle of Coke. And there's about, 200 steps on the way up. It's quite steep and abrupt uphill. When you get up here, it looks like it's going to be quite crowded for sunset, and there's very few seats. But there is a place to all the way around, so you can see from all aspects of the top of the hill. So it's quite worthwhile to walk up here. Yeah.
This is the night market street.
I don't understand it, but you keep me together when everything around me keeps me under pressure. Yeah, it's so overwhelming, but I will wait forever so you can come and get it.
We're going to the UXO Museum, which is a war museum, and we're meant to be going on a full day tour, but it got cancelled and rebooked for tomorrow, so we're improvising and overcoming. So improvise, adapt and overcome. So we're off to the War Museum, and then I think we're going to a private home that's been kept the same for like 100 years, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, they did Cambodia. But if the Americans said, oh, we're not just going to leave these people alone, you know, they can just use these roads to supply everywhere. So the Mekong Delta's down here. This is Cambodia. So they dropped more bombs in Cambodia, actually. So
this looks like the bombing followed the major transport routes.
yeah, but you see here, this is where the Yui is and all that. That's kind of the main, the division between north and south is around here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking here.
And Ho Chi Minh's down here somewhere.
There's a real intensity of bombing there.
Yeah, there
And
probably
there's
wasn't
the
many
border.
roads. But I think that shows it better here because you can sort of see it's all clustered on the roads.
Distance.
And the roads to the border.
In a typical year, they remove over 77,000 unexploded ordnance. They estimated that at least 78 million submunitions failed to explode. That means that there are cluster bombs and other unexploded ordnance all through these areas. These guys help fundraise for the removal of munitions, and it's so good to come here and support their work. So the centre only opened in 2009 and entry is free, but they do fundraising by selling drinks and also requesting donations and selling some small souvenirs. Mum is currently signing the visitors book. There's Barack Obama, and yes, Charlie is having a look around. We won't show you everything because you need to come yourself. There's a park with a monument to the president next door to the museum.
The museum is small, compact, and probably only worth a visit of like 15 minutes. You can see everything, and it's free to get into. There's asked for donation, like nobody asks you, but there's a box, so we put money into the box. And PJ, of course, used the opportunity to buy stuff because that's the way she rolls. You take her to a war museum, she walks out with earrings. So anyway, yeah, it was interesting. There's a lot of big bombs there and stuff like that, and you can see all the good work they're doing demining the country. But you get the opinion it's never going to be demined, especially when you see the country and you see how broken and hilly and quite hard it is. And you can see that the war that ended like 50 years ago is still, taking victims today. So it's a bit confronting. And it's interesting because people think of the Vietnam Wars in Vietnam, but of course, it spilled over into Laos and Cambodia and has a lot. And because people don't realise it, they probably don't get the funding, the return, and I don't think they get any war reparations. So the one good thing about it is Australia seems to be the main supporter of the demining efforts there. So that's good. Hey, and one thing it shows you is this province itself is not that heavily bombed and not heavily mined, but the one next door, maybe you don't want to go there. It's pretty full of mines.
The next place we're going is a traditional home. So it's a family home that's been preserved so that you can see the way of life in Luang Prabang and experience something a bit more authentic. Steaming. You still see these for sale on the streets. You can see the doors have a stepping over point and see the ventilation at the top so the hot air can flow out. And there's your windows.
So we're under the house and there's some beautiful furniture set up, and over there's a weaving frame. Tassels and decals everywhere. The original household well is here and it has guppies in it. This is the cafe seating if you want to stop for a cuppa. Cheese! This is the cafe area out the back of the museum. They have activity stations where you can learn traditional techniques. We've just arrived at the museum and it's open through the day, but if you come at 3 p.m. you'll be able to have a free guide that takes you through and explains the exhibits and gives you more information. No extra price and extra interesting.
Today we're going to do the full day excursion that was planned for yesterday.
Look straight at the bird and you press down the top.
That's something you thought I had to drive me crazy, but I still want you here. So just give me the gun, I'll just pretend like that. I don't understand it, but you keep me together when everything around me keeps me under pressure. Yeah, it's so overwhelming, but I will wait forever so you can come and get it. I don't understand.
You've got the University of the Sunshine Coast, Australia, doing the graphic design for this magical place. Our tour includes food, but just note there's also a cafe here. There are toilets part way up and there's seating here as well. You'll also see lots of little butterflies and dragonflies and it's quite beautiful, worth a visit.
I just got out of the water. I just went for a swim. I swam right up into the waterfall. It was very refreshing. The force of the water is quite surprising. But of course the Kraken won't go in the water because she's afraid that she won't be able to control her primal urges and sink everybody into the water. You know, she'll just transform into a rending killing machine. So she's going to stay out of the water. That and she's boring.
This does look like a great place to swim. But we've got a long day ahead of us and I don't want to be sticky and wet on the bus. We're heading down to the boat.
So, while I was waiting for her plane to arrive, back at the hotel, only Penelope went to the airport, my heart was filled with terror. But what actually it was quite interesting to have her along, to see things through different eyes, admittedly much older eyes, to have both experience and the energy of the new in such an old body. And also somebody that could stand up to the Kraken and actually win, something that I cannot do. So it was great, and it really did add to the trip.
The upper cave has 1,000 Buddha statues and the lower cave has 3,000. Families bring them here to reinforce the spiritual nature of the Buddha statue that they have in their home, and they'll leave it here for 12 months and then take it home again.
Buy something.
Fire.
Yeah, so it's a still.
See this cooking? There's Charlie, who hasn't had any.
Of course I haven't.
Because
I'm
he's a teetotaler. And it's beautiful. Mum's down on the boat having a cuppa.
So guys, now I give 3 options to all of you guys to join. The first option, if all of you guys would like me to send you back to your hotel, please tell me. The second option, if you would like me to send you to the night market, please tell me. Drop you at the night market, please tell me. The last option guys, the boat will drop us in front of the boat here. Yeah, the boat here over there in front of Tamarind Restaurant and Bamboo Tree Restaurant. In front of the mountain hills. Do you know what is the name of this mountain?
Mountain Pussy?
Yeah, Pussy Mountain. This one. Very beautiful Pussy. If you climb on the top of the Pussy Mountain, you see very beautiful views. You can see around Luang Prabang city. Okay?
The silhouettes burning, embers rising high.
Ready to board. There is one little shop here. There's also a Cafe Amazon here. See the numbers? There's number 2 for carriage 2. This is the Friendship Bridge, and that's where you go to get your passport stamped. The bus costs 15,000 kip, and you can see the office behind me here. And there is seating to sit down. Oh, Mum. You need to fill in a form before you go through passport control, and the desk is just inside on the right hand side.
We're at the railway station where we caught the train to Laos. And when we caught the train up here, we took a daytime train. It was quite rudimentary. This time we're going back first class in a sleeper, and I get a room to myself, so no nasty individual Kraken. And we're looking forward to it. So the train doesn't go for about 2 hours, but it looks like we can get on the train, and then we'll show you the compartments.
The train is very long. That's the economy spot. There's a reflected Charlie there. There's the sink, and he's got his own little door. There's a top bunk.
Kraken out.
What do you reckon, Charles?
I think I'm going to have bliss.
And here is the screen. Yes, and you've got a little kit. What's this? Tell me, what's that? That's a towel?
It's a towel, and that's a blanket, and there's a pillow, and there's some water.
What's that beside you there?
It's a little table.
Okay, and have you got a charging point?
No, I don't see one.
Oh, what about behind you?
Yeah, I got a charging point behind me. There.
Okay. Mum has just found that there's these doors.
That opens up your way.
And you can open, and that opens here. And you want to close it, Charlie?
Yes, definitely.
And there you go. So you can have an adjoining little cabin conversation or not. So here is the top bunk in our cabin, which has been made up. Decent amount of height, and it's got its own little telly. You've got a little coat hook. It looks like a USB charging point there, and also a power point and a little light as well. You can see the design of the carriage with the toilets there, and we are in this one. We are in this one, and Charles is in this one. And you've got a little lock, you've got a little coat hook, and here you have the steps to get up to the top. We have another cupboard here with some cups.
There you go.
And another coat hook as well. And then there's the thing at the top. Walking down in first class. Okay. Some toilets. There's the shower. And then, thanks for watching, and thanks to Mum for coming all this way to join us on an adventure. Next time, the fat man rode against 55km/h winds up into the Arctic
then caught a cruise back down through the fjords of Norway. And I will share it with you if I can recover the footage, which is looking a bit sketchy.